where America goes for funding. Appreciate all of you guys coming on the show and the channel this evening. It's Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. We're getting ready, finishing up September, getting ready to go into October. So I just want to start out by saying, our hearts and our prayers go out to everyone right now in Florida experiencing Hurricane Ian. I know there's millions of people that have been devastated by the hurricane. And we've had several customers, sadly, that have lost their homes from the hurricane. So, hopefully, if you guys know anyone, prayers, loved ones, we will hope that you guys take shelter and just get somewhere safe the best that you can. I know how it is, living in Texas and Florida for all these years, dealing with these hurricanes. So it's very, very, it's hard, it's tough. It's tough. We lived through Harvey. Now, this what's happened. I got a call just an hour ago from one of my customers. He just closed on his home less than a week ago. His house has been completely wiped out. It's nothing but a dirt pad now, and lost a beautiful multi-million-dollar home. And so I wish that you guys just be safe, take shelter. I hope that just get to a safe place. Florida is a wonderful state, just got to be careful. But anyway, we right now, because of the hurricane in Florida, the lending has been suspended in Florida until the aftermath. And if there's any properties that we have loans on in the pipeline, they'll have to get re-inspected, and an appraiser will have to go back out to the property to re-inspect the property to make sure that it's still there in the condition of the home. And if there's repairs that are needed, those repairs will have to happen before the loan will fund. So anyway, that's on Florida stuff. We're still actively lending in Florida. It's my favorite state, but there'll be, I'm sure, a lot of issues getting insurance right now, and then also the claims will probably be pouring in. But anyway, aside from that, what else is going on in the markets? A lot of interesting things that I wanted to talk about tonight. Kind of what I'm seeing that's happening in America right now, and it's kind of interesting where we are right now. Interesting dichotomy. Hey, Carl. But we plan on using you when you. Oh, awesome. Give us a call, Carl. We'd love to help you. Call or text us at 832-431-6331. And we can talk about it to figure out, when would be the best time to help you. Because the biggest thing with lending that I'll say that I think is important is preparation. A lot of people, I don't know why I would say like 90% of the people that get loans or they want to buy a house, they think that it's like this instantaneous thing. Like, well, I'll just call the lender and we get approved and we close on the house. And it just doesn't work like that for a lot of people. Usually there's, a lot of preparation involved. I would say at least, the more time, the merrier, even if you had a year to prepare. But even 6 months or 3 months, but definitely not 30 minutes. And a lot of people, sadly, they have, nanosecond, instant gratification. I'm not saying that about you, Carl. I'm just saying people in general. So, the best thing to do is, have preparation, have a plan. Okay, you know what? I want to buy a $500,000 home. Angelo, how much money do I have to make? How much money do I have to show in the bank? Where does my credit need to be? And come up with a roadmap, a plan, so we can lay it all out for you. Okay? So that's more important, I think, to have the time and the preparation so that way you are successful. Because sadly, a lot of people, they're like, look, my lease is up. I got to move out in 30 days and I have a 500 credit score. And give me a loan. It just doesn't work like that. Yeah. So the thing that's a good point that you bring up. So this is what I'm seeing right now. Okay, interest rates are higher, but home prices have come down, right? So interest rates gone up. Home prices have come down. So when that happens, in a sense, you're kind of where you were already, right? If you got a 3% rate with a $400,000 home, but now you got a 5% rate with a $300,000 home, when you plug it in on the mortgage calculator, the rates and the payments are basically the same. So, and understand that if you look back in the history in the 90s and the 70s and the 80s when interest rates skyrocketed, the Federal Reserve always lowered interest rates. I was on a conference call earlier today with some of the heads of the National Bank Lending Association in America, and the whole thing, what they were saying is that no, you can get a loan at any age, Paul. Age has nothing to do with getting a loan. You could be 95 years old and get a loan. It doesn't matter. Age, it all depends on the main things of credit, which is credit, debt ratio, reserves, income, or depending on the type of loan that you're doing. So anyway, the prediction is that interest rates will start to come back down in March of 2023. So let's just think about this for a second. So if you buy a house that's worth intrinsically for $500,000 and you get it for $400,000 today, because prices have come down, well, you are going to pay a higher rate, yes. Okay, but you're getting $100,000 off of the house. The rate's going to be 2% higher, but inevitably rates will go back down. Okay, and home prices are always going to continue to go up in the long run. So you'll refinance, in the future to the lower rate. You'll still own your home that will appreciate in equity. So in the long run, you'll be fine. It's not like you're losing something. And the thing is that you're not going to be able to time the market. Yeah, it's very sad, Lucy. And we've gotten several of those calls today, unfortunately. That one just stuck out because he just bought, a multi-million-dollar home on the ocean, waterfront, and it's gone. As he showed me the pictures of it, it was just unbelievable. I mean, it's just, it's just, and that's the thing, you don't know. And we just closed on his house a week ago. And so, you never know with hurricanes. It's one of those things that and they didn't even think that and this was in Fort Myers, Florida, and they didn't even think that the hurricane was going in that direction. So, but anyway, it's just one of those things you just don't know when you live on the coast. And I know that because I've lived on the coast my whole life and always had to deal with this stuff, so it's sad. And obviously he had insurance, and the insurance will pay it off and everything, but still it's a major setback, mentally and physically, financially, everything. So but anyway, so the thing is that what I'm getting at is, don't be concerned or scared about timing the market if you're making a mistake. The key is this: if you find a great property, you just need to get it. Okay, forget about the interest rates, but it has to be a great property. Don't buy, something that you feel like, oh, I have to, you don't love it, right? Like if today, like when I got my one of my recent loans on my house, I got my interest rate at 3%, and I told my wife, I said, look, today, and I had to pay 7%. I'd pay 7% all over again for this house because we love the house that much. Do I want to pay 7%? Absolutely not. But I know that rates will go back down. They can't stay where they're at. But the location of the property that I purchased last year, it can't be beat. And I found it off market. So, and it's gone up $1 million in value since I purchased it. So the thing is that, now that doesn't happen all the time, but if you're smart and you look for properties that are good, it can happen to you. So you just gotta, be strategic in what you're doing. And, then you're not going to worry about if the rates are higher or lower, because you'll know you can always refinance. But, it has to be a very good property in a great location and meet all your needs for your family. Amenities, school districts, crime records, all that stuff you want, whatever you value, whatever is important to you. So, yeah, we have an awesome program. So one of the things that's just come out, and kind of get into some of the loan products and news, conventional loan limits have raised to $715,000. We have a conventional 100% financing program. We're one of the only lenders in the country that will do a conventional 100% financing, and you don't have to be a first-time buyer. It's a 100% financing loan up to $715,000, guys. So So you don't have to put any money down. There are some requirements for the program. You have to have at least a 700 credit score, maximum debt ratio of 40%. It's a fully documented loan, so it's conventional Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. You have to get approved by Fannie Mae. But it's an awesome program out there if you're trying to buy a house, and and there's no income limit. You can make $200,000 a year, $1 million a year. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a first-time buyer. So, really, really strong program, and highly recommend if you guys want to buy a house. The conventional 0 down is hot, smoking hot, and it's for primary residence only. So you'd have to, if you own your current home right now, you'd have to lease that house out or sell it to go buy a new one. And that's a great program, though, conventional 100% financing. The doctor program just came back out again. So if you're a doctor, you can get 100% financing up to $1 million with no money down. Very strong program. We also have first-time buyer. You can get up to 4% for down payment assistance and grants, and has a tax credit. That's a great program in the state of Texas and in Florida that you can do. So we definitely want to hear from people if you're a first-time buyer and you want to do a tax credit program. And then another thing that's also really, really strong, one of my favorite things is construction loans, building your own house. A lot of people, what I saw from 2020 to 2022 is they couldn't find inventory. Builders are putting people on wait lists. They couldn't find a house. Prices are inflated. And so people, what they were doing is they're buying land, sitting on the land, building all that equity in their land, and then you get a construction loan to build your house. We can do a construction loan up to $2.2 million, and your land is your down payment. All that equity you have in your land, you can use that to where you don't have to put any money down. I talk about, we do these every week where, construction loans where people bought their land years ago or was gifted to them from their family, and they're sitting on this property, they want to build a house. You can build a house with us, and if you have equity in your land, you don't have to put any money down. You can get all your closing costs included, get a great 30-year fixed rate. So the construction loan's awesome program. And then, usually you'll save about 10 to 15% by hiring your own builder, or if you are a licensed builder, you can build your own primary residence too. We allow for owner builder for your own primary home. So that's an awesome program. And you can build a single family or a duplex, okay? But that's a very, very strong product. We also do land loans too. If you want to buy land and you want to hold on to it, we offer land loans for people. So that's a really, really good program too. So the opportunities are there. The loans are there. Home prices have come down. The market is, it's not, obviously it's not the best right now, but there's still opportunities. So you don't want to lose sight or give up or be negative about it. Just, be a realist. If you find great properties, and, don't sit on the fence, make an offer. Get approved with us. Get pre-approved for funding with Angelo Christian. Call or text us at 832-431-6333. I want to hear from you. We're actively funding. We're making loans to people all over the country. Now, we do a lot of private loans too, a lot of commercial loans, no documentation. So, you might, and a lot of people use us for bridge financing. Bridge loans is where you get two stages of funding, whether the property, is in disarray or maybe your credit's in disarray. Molly D, I don't know what happened, Angelo, when I used your Amazon gift card from people. Amazon locked down my account. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. I've never heard of that before. You should have just been able to use the Amazon gift card. I've never heard of that before. I wouldn't even know how to tell you about what Amazon's policies are. We've given away thousands of gift cards on Amazon, and no one's ever told me that. So, hi, Ben Shot. Hi, Ben Shoot. Okay, I hope you're okay, Bobby. So, but anyway, so that's kind of what we're seeing right now, what's happening in the market and the economy. I hope that, the rising rate market doesn't last too much longer. I hope that things improve, but you never know. There's going to be opportunities. I've had a lot of people call me. One of the things I have seen a lot more is that sellers, like we talked about earlier, they're lowering the prices of their homes. They're paying closing costs right now. They're more flexible, giving you more time on the contract. So there's definitely opportunities out there, you know. So if houses are sitting longer, the prices are going to come back down, right? So you are going to pay a higher rate today. There's no question about it. And that's not anything that I can do about that. Now there are options. You can do interest-only loans, adjustable rates. You got to work with it, Bobby. You got to just work with it. That's the best that you can do. And then refinance later. You can do interest-only loans. You can do adjustable rate. We have a 2-1 buy-down option where for the first 2 years the rate's lower. So like if it's 30 years at 6%, for the first year you can get it at 4%, the second year at 5%. And by that time, rates should already be back down, then you can refinance. So one thing this is going to create is a massive refinance boom, you know, because rates will go back down. Now, I don't know when, that like when I was on the call earlier on the Zoom, the heads were saying, you know, March 2023 is when they predict rates to go back down. Obviously, that's their prediction. Nobody knows for sure. I'm kind of thinking in the similar boat that I would say first or second quarter of next year. You know, but the Federal Reserve, I mean, they're on a, you know, rampage to, you know, curb inflation. And I'm not going to get political tonight and talk about all that. You know, on what side of the fence or the agenda and everything. I just, you know, I'm trying to help you guys navigate through this real estate world that we're in. So that way you can continue to excel and grow and increase your net worth and your quality of life and your portfolio. And that's really, you know, what we aim to do every single day. We are actively lending on all different types of properties, from ground up construction. A lot of people, I will tell you right now what they're doing, and I'm a big advocate, is the first lien HELOC, the all-in-one. I've talked about getting rid of your mortgage, replacing your mortgage with a HELOC, getting that cash ready so you can buy houses, you can buy deals. Because, you know, one thing, like if you buy foreclosures, you buy from auctions or any of these places, they usually want to deal with cash buyers. A lot of people are sitting on a lot of equity right now. They don't know what to do with it. Well, when you have home prices that are collapsing and you want to buy a property, you can tap into your first lien HELOC to buy that property. Like I did a HELOC for someone earlier today. The property is worth $1 million. They only owed $180,000 on their home. So we gave them a line of credit for $800,000. Now, that doesn't mean they need to start paying on the $800,000, you know, at closing, because it's a revolving credit facility, so they can draw from it at any time. But you could use that credit line to go and invest. You know, there you go. You could build, yeah, Carl, you could build a house or many houses. You know, and that's what we recommend to do, man. I mean, it's really smarter to do. And a lot of people, they're scared, they don't know what to do, or they're confused, and we'll help you to walk you through that process so you are successful with it. So, but my favorite loan program is the all-in-one HELOC. The first lien HELOC is awesome. No mortgage, you get a line of credit. Turn your house into a line of credit. You know, imagine that your house is like a credit card with a low rate, and you can pull money out when you want, pay it down when you want, and you have access to that credit line. And because there's going to be opportunities, like I've seen so many opportunities that have come up from investors where they need to buy a foreclosure real fast with cash, or buy something at the auction, or they're doing a fix and flip, they need that money. The line of credit is the way to go. It's very, very smart. We offer that program on primary homes, investment homes, and second homes. Across the nation, we go up to $2 million loan. You know, there are requirements for it. Obviously, all the loans have requirements, but that's a wonderful product. I've seen so many investors tap into their equity to mount up, to build, to get ready to invest and buy properties, because they've seen the house prices come down. They've seen great opportunities, and they're smart. That's how people get smarter and they build their wealth, is they use leverage. They use that money to make more money. Right, just how banks work. Look at a bank's balance sheet. Bank's balance sheet has $500 billion in debt. They have $3 trillion in assets. That's how you build. You know, you build a portfolio is with debt, but it has to be used the right way. So, anyway, that's why we're here, to help you to expand and grow, get you the funding, get you the capital with Angelo Christian. Call or text us at 431-6331. We have a ton of content on our YouTube video. Check us out on the web, official Angelo Christian. You can check us out on Google, Angelo Christian. Obviously our YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Call or text us for funding if we can help you to get any packages for finance. 832-431-6331. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Take care, be safe. Again, if you're out there in Florida, my heart, my prayers go out to your family. All the best. Be safe. Take care. If we can help with anything, let me know. And we'll be back next week, guys. Thank you so much and have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.